Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the final day of Bookmas, day 12, and happy Christmas Eve if you're seeing this on the day that it's posting. So today we're going to be selecting my January TBR. I wait to do the wrapped up books until Bookmas because A, I think it's fun to do them for Christmas, but also my birthday is the first week of January, so I also get to unwrap books for my birthday TBR. So today I've done 25 books. I debated doing 35 because I'm going to be 35, but that just seemed like a lot of wrapped up books. I'm trying to plan out my year a little bit better, and I'm trying to give myself some more flexibility in my reading, so I didn't want to wrap up too many books. So for this and possibly the foreseeable future on my TBRs, I'm going to be selecting 6 books rather than the normal 12 that I do. But on top of those 6 books I'm going to be unwrapping, I'm also going to be selecting 1 banned book to read for the month and 1 series to focus on reading. So the first thing we're going to do is select from these 4 banned books. So I'm just going to do a wheel that has all 4 of them on there. So the first 4 options for banned books for the beginning of the year are Brave New World, American Psycho, The Kite Runner, and A Clockwork Orange. So we're going to just spin. It's just got 4 things on it. We're going to spin the wheel, and that will be the banned book I read for the month of January. The Kite Runner. Okay, so we're going to start off with the emotional read. I did do a video a few videos back that talks about all 12 of these books in detail, so take a look at that if you want to know more about this one. But I believe this is a story about an unlikely friendship between a wealthier boy and then a servant's son that lives there. And it does take place in Afghanistan. That's all I really know. It is a coming of age story. I'm very excited to start my banned book challenge. So 1 book on the TBR. And now we're going to pick the series that I'm going to work on reading in the month of January. There are a few in here that I may have to put back. We'll worry about that if I have to, just because of when the book comes out, but these are all series that I've already started, that there's at least 1 book out. Some are multiple. I'm not promising to read every single book that's out if I pick like the Addicted series or the Plated Prisoner or something. So for January, I'm a little nervous. For January, we have, oh gosh, we're just gonna have an emotional freaking month. I got The Boys of Toman, which means we're going to be reading Releasing 10. This is karma, because I took this off of my Clear the Cart challenge for the end of the year because I just like emotionally was not ready for it. But no, the TBR gods are like, we're gonna ruin your birthday month. Seasonal depression month, let's give you the depressing book. It'll be fine, I hope. But this is a very, very long book too, so I'm happy that there's only 1 to get through. But this is going to be quite the emotional read. So this is the 6th book in the Boys of Tommen series that is out right now. And yeah, this will be the series book that I focus on in the month of January. Okay, well that was quite rude, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Now we're going to pick the 6 books off of the cart that I will be reading in the month of January. And I just have a spinner wheel with 1 through 25, and we'll pick our first selection. I don't know, little focus. 16? All right, 16. This looks at least like a small book. It's number 16. I'm like nervous now. That was like not a good way to start the TBR with, I'm trying not to rip the paper too much, with 2 very emotional reads out of those selections. Kinda rude. I'm trying to like not look first. Okay, a thriller. So this is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. This is my friend Betsy's favorite book that she has read by him. She said, I have also not read his newest release, With a Vengeance. But this is her dream apartment, her worst nightmare. After responding to a mysterious newspaper advertisement, Jules Larson gets a job as an apartment sitter at the Bartholomew, one of Manhattan's most famous and secretive buildings. So like, it seems like she's gonna get trapped somehow in this apartment. We'll see. I'm not really sure what the rest of the synopsis is trying to say, but we'll see. If I don't vlog it, I'll talk about it at some point, but I am excited. I love Riley Sager, so I'm excited to finally get this one read. So we'll remove that choice. and spin for our second off of the wrapped TBR. I can't read what that says. It says 24. Whether or not you want to believe me. It won't focus, but I promise you it says 24. And now, like, the color's really off. There's too much red. Sorry if the color's a little off. We've just got a lot of red going on. So that's book 24. I also had to use a whole bunch of different wrapping paper because I didn't want to buy a bunch of new stuff. So once I ran out of this roll, I had to just go find stuff in the closet. Again, trying to not look first. The Friendship Fling by Georgia Stone. So this seems kind of summery, but I've been wanting to read it, so I just didn't care, and I put this on my TBR. And I think it is about this girl that works at this cafe in London, and this guy Finn is visiting, and he kind of just like wants to have a mutual friends-only summer fling. And I think it starts off as like just a friendship to have like somebody to hang out and do stuff with, and then possibly turns into something more because I believe this is advertised as a romance. But this should be a nice, fun, fresh read to warm up the winter months, and hopefully it will not be emotional like two of the other books that we selected already. So that is number 2 off of the spinner wheel. Remove that choice. Pick number 3. So far, not too bad. Not too painful. I don't know that we're ever going to focus here. 23. We're going to go for the one right before the one we just opened. That's fine. This is the easy to open wrapping paper, so that's fine too. No hardbacks yet, which means we're going to have a really rough reading month if I don't get any hardbacks this month. Because those are all the like fantasy books. The Co-op by Tara DeWitt. I love Tara DeWitt. And she has a new book coming out in like July or August. I can't remember. I think it got moved. But I think it got moved to July from June. So this is the Co-op. This is 2 people that had a short and contentious summer fling when they were teens. And then now they have been left shared ownership of a dilapidated Santa Cruz building. So now they have to work together. And close proximity. Probably a little bit of like rivals to lover. Oh, it looks like marriage of convenience too. So they get, okay, interesting. Because there's a little like, you know, she has to be married to get her trust. So I love her as an author. So I'm so excited to read this because I will read anything that woman writes. So book number 3. Very happy with the spinner wheel choices. Little upset about the other 2, but that's fine. Number 4. Halfway there. You could probably see where it lands on before it brings it up. 25. We need to get a freaking hardback. Getting all the skinny books. There's like some rough ones in here. If you watch, oh, you won't see it yet, but I do my TBR of the beginning of the year. I do tell you what books are wrapped when that comes out. That'll be out in a few weeks. I know what this is. Okay. I felt it. Lady Macbeth by Ava Reed. I'm very excited for this because I think it's the perfect time of year. And again, a nice short book. It's under 300 pages. And this is just like a masterful retelling of Lady Macbeth by Shakespeare. So Ava masterly balances the original narrative with fresh twists, making the familiar story feel new and exciting. So, very excited for this one. I just love it. Like, the freaking hot pink edges. Come on. Okay. We have 2 more choices. Here's to hoping we get something in the lower numbers so that I get a hardback on here. I feel like we keep getting all of the 20s. And it's going to do it again. 21. I should have just opened all of these ones because that's all we're getting. I feel like the spinner wheel's a little rigged. There is like one in here that I don't really want to read right now because it is really summery, but it's an arc that comes out at the beginning of the year. So I also kind of have to read it. Home Again by Kristen Hanna. Okay, so we're getting some nice variety. I like this. This is a classic romance novel about Madeline, who is a cardiologist at the top of her game. A loving but overworked single mom, she's constantly at odds with her confused and angry daughter. So now her daughter wants to find her father she has never known, Angel DeMarco. Now a cynical world-famous movie star living a shallow, glittering life. When tragedy brings them all together and Angel's damaged heart needs healing, Madeline must face the betrayals of the past and find courage to love again. So this is also a second chance romance. I love Kristen Hanna, so sign me up. Okay, I'm liking the variety we're getting here. We got a thriller, like a horror, 2 romance, a general fiction. Liking this. Our final pick for January's TBR is probably 22. Please tell me I'm not right. 22. Can't read it, but it's 22. I didn't get any fantasy. Not a single one. Not a one. And I don't think this is because I don't think I had any paperback fantasies on here. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna be fine. Fantasy is the freaking genre I read in January, but it's fine. Oh, sci-fi. Okay, close enough. Close enough. Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. I know nothing about this. I've seen The Martian, never read the book. So Ryland Grace is the sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and Earth will perish. Except that right now, he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. All he knows is he's been asleep for a very long time, and he's just been awakened to find himself millions of miles from home, with nothing but 2 corpses for company. His crewmate's dead, his memories fuzzily returning. He realizes that an impossible task now confronts him, hurling through. This is very similar to The Martian. Like, wasn't there something on The Martian? Or did he just had to survive? He was left on Mars alone. Okay, so he has to save Earth. We'll see. This is going to be a movie soon, if it's not already. But very excited to read this. I was complaining I didn't get fantasy, sci-fi. Close enough. Let me move some stuff around and then we'll go over the books one last time. I guess it's sort of my fault that I didn't get any fantasy because I put all the hardbacks at the beginning, but in my defense, not all the hardbacks are fantasy. There's like romance, some general fiction, thriller in there too. I just didn't get any hardbacks. Like 1 through 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 16 and then we got 1 through 25. What the heck? Anyway, let's go over the books real quick. The series read that I'm going to be doing in January is Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. The banned book I'll be reading is The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. I also selected Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary, Kristen Hanna's Home Again, Ava Reed's Lady Macbeth, Tara DeWitt's The Co-op, Georgia Stone's The Friendship Fling, and Riley Sager's Lock Every Door. So we do have a really good variety. I will give that to it, other than no fantasy. But, you know, I do have flexibility in the schedule in January, and that is why I've selected a much smaller TBR so that I can do more fun vlogs and more themed vlogs and make some more selections based on like mood reading preferences rather than having to read such a set TBR in the month. So let me know what you'll be reading in January. What are you starting the year with? Because that's so exciting to start a new reading year. Like, what's the first book you're gonna read? I already have mine. It's not this. I'm treating myself for my birthday and I'm very excited about it. So stay tuned for that. That is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching the Bookmas videos if you've been here all of December, and I will see you all in the new year.